Hello, friends.
Yeah.
There we go. So I tried to fix some of my alerts. Oh, shit, that's what I forgot to load. I'm sorry. God damn it. That's the one thing I forgot to load. Thank you for reminding me of that.
Oh,
Let me
I
get
guess
that.
that took longer. I was thinking, no jingly key, and then
No, they
I
already did
realized
it.
I'm actually late. Yeah, they had already did it
Yep.
because my Steam VR kept fucking up.
Yeah.
They, whatever Steam did, they broke a lot of shit with Steam VR.
Yeah.
It instantly.
Oh, you found the one thing that I forgot to update, Chaos. Thank you for that. I'm sorry.
I had to do a full reset. Like, it was like
Where
critical
is it?
error crash.
Where the fuck is it?
And then it disabled every single add-on I had involved, or I had on. So I had to manually re-enable
Where the
those.
hell is that? There it is.
So that was a pain.
Come on, load.
Though
Okay, it should work now.
Sig may be a little irked if somebody approaches him about something.
Oh boy.
Well, Roland was like, or I don't know, I don't remember if
Alright,
it
it
was
should
an
be on now.
in-character or out-of-character message.
I forgot to add that.
Like,
I was adding things to my...
I might have a lead on the...
Oh, there it is.
Sprigatito.
Alright.
On Thursday. I'm like...
Ooh, that's a pretty good one.
I'm sitting here like, did I talk? No, the only person I talked to about was Jaden.
I mean, you mentioned it out in the open during one session, I think, like...
Yeah, it was last session, but it was specifically directed at Jaden. He mentioned that he was looking for one, but then in like a span of like not even 5 minutes, he's like, "Hey, Jaden."
Ooh, thank you. Ooh, that was a good one too. That was one of the higher tier ones. I gave them all slightly different.
All right.
What's the right? Fuck, what's the word for that? Odds. So like the basic one is just like the one little bit of smoke, and then the more effects there are, the higher it is. There's like one that's really hard to get. But yes, we are a bit late. I'm sorry I had to set up a bunch of things. I tried to update things, and of course I forgot a bunch of stuff while trying to make things better. And I forgot to update my commands into
I wish my controllers wouldn't have
a new
like I'm doing the
chatbot.
thing with my fingers all the time.
So some of the commands aren't working right now. I need to move them over. The alerts should hopefully work better now. At least some of them. Like I should be able to actually see and be able to like react better to follows and things like that. I aggregated some stuff, so I'm not using Streamlabs anymore except for like tips and donations, because I can't do that with Twitch alerts. Updated my treat stream because I realized that was really fucking old. And still a mailed address in it. Updated as much as I could remember at the time, and then it was late, and I've been dealing with a little bit of seasonal affective disorder. So apologies for that. Oh. Once I'm awake, I'm okay, but it's been so hard to get out of bed. Ugh. Anywho. Right. Oh, where's my overlay for the other thing I need? Hello. I'm not facing the right direction.
That's because my fucking hip got turned around, apparently. There we go.
There we go. Bipolar bear reference?
What's the material count here?
If it was completely unintentional. I don't know what that is.
That's a good question.
I didn't see it.
What's the material count for the lobby?
I think right now we technically moved it to 16. But I don't know if it got reflected.
So it's maybe just as long as you're in limits as well as you're good. Okay, that's all I need to know.
At least like medium.
Yeah, because I think we brought it up to in line with other social lobbies.
Up from the tick.
Oh, hey, I remember to charge my shit. That's good.
Yay. Alright, here we go. I should have probably done my vocal warm-ups ahead of time, but I suppose it works now. Get that vocal fry in.
Have fun.
Woo!
Woo! Time to see the slow blokes.
Oh God, you're gonna get.
Uh-oh.
Oh God, it's gonna be funny. I feel like Sigurd would either love or hate them.
Oh, I guess we're about. Well, he already is not thrilled with the one that Echo brought back to
The estates.
with it claiming dominion over the, and he's like, no, that's not how things are going here. This is Kise's dominion. How fucking dare you?
So as long as he doesn't do that, it'll be fine. Okay.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, okay, have fun.
Oh, here we go. Question. Ears or no ears?
Ooh. Ears, it's been a while.
The ears are so
Yeah.
big.
Well, it's just this world. I'm pretty sure the lighting interacts with it weird.
Yeah, the lighting on this world makes it look all thicker than it normally is.
Well, the shader involved in it
That's
is reactive to
interesting.
certain types of like lighting effects in the world. So it's not getting something it needs.
Kind of like, yeah, and it makes it, yeah.
It looks good. It's good.
It does its job.
The boon from his god that he loves but also hates because of the ears.
I give you a boon, my child. You are now a furry.
Basically.
He's a kimono Mimi. Come on, there's levels.
Enhanced hearing. He has enhanced hearing and the benefits that come with a tail, but he fucking he hates the ears.
They're so cute. I'm shit out of my hair before we go in. Or hair out of my face. There you go. Oh, even after moving everything in, it just felt so tiresome. Still so much to do, I suppose.
Well, yes, and trying to make sure no one followed me or has access where they shouldn't has been exhausting.
Has it happened often?
Though. No.
It has not been any of the yokai, is it?
Watchdog.
I told them specifically.
No. I'm making sure a certain someone didn't follow me home. Although the yokai might have run around the hut and may have been scared off a few times.
Was it the tanuki? It was probably the tanuki.
Probably.
I'm going to have a word with them.
Well, our guard dog is under strict orders not to kill or and only maim if, well, it's a certain someone.
You can refer towards my secretary. You can
Well, good.
Jaden at
But if they do not listen twice, I suppose it will be on them. But I do not need to go dealing with the politics of the kitsune and the tanuki in the area, so...
greetings and salutations.
Well, Fenrir's calling it his domain, but we know that's not true.
Oh, they better not hear about that, no.
But yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you. Hi.
It's
I'm going to have to talk to him as well.
around my hut.
I don't give two shits.
I've already explained to him.
And if they would have said something out of pocket, you know.
Well, yes, you have, but he better not do it again.
To my knowledge, he hasn't done it since. It was more of a. It was more of a.
What?
What's the word in common? Deterrent? I think.
Oh, it is definitely not a deterrent for the yokai. They know this is my domain. Well, that is my domain.
Alright.
A scatter tactic, I think.
This joke has been.
You can figure it out better.
I better look for a new bit.
But I told him when. Guess he tells me when
Brilliant. Fucking
someone
brilliant. Since I have a brothel,
unannounced drops by.
I could be able to fit more than two jars.
I scolded him.
You do this. I will be.
Good.
It will be 2 jars to 1 girl.
So he shouldn't be going around telling people or yokai that.
Most certainly
I
not.
just told him to make sure. I just told him to make sure that they were terrified to the point they did not wish to return.
That is fine. But at least with some of the yokai, that is an encouragement.
Hi, greetings and salutation. My name is D.
He scared away all of the
Whatever I say, just ignore me, okay? I might
actual wildlife.
might be out of pocket, and my people might
That is not good either.
unhinged.
But it's odd. It's in a very small radius. It's just around the hut, but it makes a pain doing certain things and looking for potential sacrifices.
Eyes as 18 plus.
Perfectly fine.
All right.
My name is Anastasia. It is lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Anastasia. I have a friend.
I would not be surprised if that was the tanuki too, making certain to cause issues. Then again, perhaps they are doing that on my behalf, given, you know, butchery and blood.
Those seem contradictory to me.
Yes, perhaps. It's just a mild annoyance. I can go other places to get what I need, but
With all of the beautiful women showing up, Jesus Christ.
you know, for yokai that's apparently inhabit there, they don't pay attention when I clean up afterwards.
Shut the fuck up.
I let the sacrifice take hold. After a few days, I go back and purify the ground.
Yes, yes, it is a long-standing thing, however, how those sort of professions are generally nowhere near a shrine. What do they do?
It shot itself through 3 walls in my manor to get to me, and didn't go through the hallway like it knows it's supposed to.
Goodness.
All of y'all that are having conversations
Ah.
at the end,
Bad go. It's sentient.
Well, yes, of course. Is your love all right then?
should have stayed quiet. What?
Stay on my back.
Predators
No. Why are you being you today? Constance is fine. She can repair herself. That was never a worry of mine. I just didn't want her to go through pain.
Well, yes, of course. That is what I was saying.
Bloods. There's so many bloods. I apologize. One of them
She was a little miffed at first, but then realized it was my coffin and calmed down.
She is far
No, not that one.
easier to please than I on that matter.
No, there's multiple.
There have been some smiting involved.
That doesn't go well.
Yeah, there's a big possibility that if their name is
Punishing the coffin doesn't go well. Because then she flies at me at a very fast velocity to hit me.
far worse.
Well, you just make sure they're properly restrained. Oh, we made a thing for that recently.
I said her
Did we?
out.
Not you, but the guild.
Be Dracula pretending he's someone.
Ah,
Speaking of,
I mean, in the minute
you stay put. Don't move.
At least it wasn't a Belmont.
Hello, Echo.
you look tired.
Hello. I am.
Oh, that is somewhat understand at the moment. Hopefully the futon was treating you well.
It has, but bed's only got so far. Still got to get certain things done, so you know.
Oh, that I completely understand.
Can't help but be tired.
You know, if we just piled everything out in front of the old place, I can just transport it all in one go.
No, it is mostly moved over now, so it's fine. At this point, that's inconsequential. Plus, I wasn't the one moving most of it. I was just overseeing the movers that I had hired. That's all.
That can be exhausting as well. I recognize that when dealing with Daisy's family.
Yeah, but it's at least easier.
True.
At least.
Well, easier in some ways, more difficult than others.
Physically. They're good movers, so it's fine. Plus, it was mostly my stuff that needed to be moved. That's why I was doing it myself. Well, I say myself, but yeah, potato. You know what I mean.
Has she been alright with the walkways? Does she need any more coverage?
She's been enjoying it.
Well, I can always work on that.
Just a little bit more of my wing, just so then she can have a little bit more space. But obviously, I can't black out the entire wing.
Well, I can work on that thing
True.
so she can wear it in the more lit areas and be relatively protected.
I suppose we can paint some of
you
the
see
paper
that?
doors black for her.
Well, I mean, even if you paint it black, there might still be light that gets through. It would have to be a specific kind of paint that blocks light. There are obviously paints and such that you can put up that do so, but yes.
Noted.
I'll work on, I guess, a prototype,
Okay.
just in case.
Hello, Echo. I hope you're having a lovely day today.
Alexis overly crashed again, damn it.
I'm tired and I don't have the mental capacity to look at one of my partners who I haven't seen in months.
Oh.
God, I forgot about that again.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
I haven't seen Imperium in a very long time, and I don't know if she It's alright. The last time that she left me a message was a very long time ago. Saying that she had to go do something, and I don't know if she's okay afterwards.
Ah,
Hmm.
I'm usually fine, but when I'm tired and have less of a mental capacity, I'm not in the mood.
I'm working on a solution for that, by the way. Should be done by the end of this week. We'll see how it goes.
A solution for what?
The true polymorph experiment failure. The reason why I look the way I do currently.
Oh. Well, has any other chosen heard anything? Have you spoken to them?
I have not. I was never particularly close to most of them. I know there's some in the guild, but I've moreover been too scared to ask.
Ask of what?
It's nothing.
Alright. Well. Either way, I should be able to correct it by the end of the week, if not by next week.
Oh, that is good to know. Wish you luck on that, darling.
what? Huh? I'm sorry.
Oh. No, I was
What?
talking to Mrs. Leading, wishing her luck on her endeavors.
What do you say?
Ah.
We'll see, dear. I am not holding my breath. I've tried to fix it a total of 16 times with no avail.
Oh, you said within a week, so let us stick with that, shall we?
By the way, yes, as I was saying, I'm both worried and too scared to ask.
Understandable.
So I'd rather just hold out the hope. Though, like I said, it's only a problem when I'm tired like this. I might have the mental capacity to just ignore it.
Well, perhaps a mentor will come back around. She was here. I was not able to speak with her, however. She would at least know.
Was she one of the ones that came last week? I think she was
Indeed.
the one who asked about running this little Pokemon area for a little bit because they had training as a Nurse Joy or something.
Potentially, I do not know anything about that, but...
No idea. No idea.
Yes, a taller woman in a dress, though everyone was taller than me generally.
No, last week you were in your golem, so...
Yes,
all
but the
I can
golem
actually
is still
apply to
shorter than
someone.
many.
Yeah.
I mean, I could always
Not as-
change that.
True.
This ring is pretty simple in its runes. I can duplicate it, I suppose. Yes, a gift from... an offering to Kise from Kibbs, who then gifted it to me.
After being blessed. As it should be.
Oh, okay.
A devious way to get me to accept a gift that I didn't want.
Well, you can still use it. It is useful.
You know you weren't gonna win there, right? You were gonna have to accept it one way or another.
I can wear it, but I don't have to use it.
Fair enough.
Eventually it is going to come in handy when you least expect it. It may save your life. Who knows?
My dear, I know a spell.
Well, yes, but you may be out of
Does
mana at the
exact
time.
Same thing as that. Do you know how many years I've been training my mana pool?
At least 5.
Well, certainly
Give or
not
take about 20
300.
Oh, well, not everyone can be a kami.
Darling, I do not have any mana. I did not have any mana until the flesh
All
golem.
right, you just. That's. Shut up.
What? I didn't
Oh,
say
you're so
anything.
cute.
And neither did she, unless you whispered into your ear.
No.
No, she made a point that I couldn't refute.
Trust me, it's hard. It's hard to win.
That is what I've had
I don't mean
hundreds of
that
years of
to
training on, my
No.
love. Good.
Our partner.
Every day I am with Kise is a win, so.
Oh.
This was a boon, but it's more than a curse than anything else.
You say that, we like it.
I can hear that dog cackle from here.
Shot it a bit. Oopsie daisy.
Be careful.
Hello, dear.
I'm fine. Don't worry.
I don't mean for yourself. If you're moving that fast and you run into someone, someone can get hurt.
I looked before
Are
I
you
did it.
okay, Charles?
On?
At least I think that's okay.
Oh.
Never better.
Oh. You're still.
Really?
You sounded
Doesn't-
worried and you were staggering along. Have you?
Oh, that's the bullet to the leg. Actually, sorry, laser to the leg. Let's make that clear.
Ah.
Never mind the one to the shoulder.
And here I thought I got injured a lot.
Oh.
What can I help you with?
It's been treated days ago, don't worry. You have any
Still.
refreshments meant for people?
Yeah, we do.
Sound like you need one.
The lime
simple
soda
berry
would
smoothie.
do, to be honest.
He's not sick.
Go get you some
Kise,
soda
he
if you'd
just.
like. I just thought that this.
I know, but everything that comes out and coughing and whatnot.
Okay.
Is it because he smokes?
No,
What?
wait.
I wish.
Lung injury.
There you go.
Yeah.
My dear,
It's just a normal soda, so.
my lung was injured when I was stabbed. I coughed like that for.
He's
a while.
sick. At least as far as I can tell.
Not contagious.
I would say
Sick and
something, but I
contagious.
think it'd be highly
Two
inappropriate.
different things.
I know, dear.
You're
Just
gonna call me
force
Deep
of
Throat.
habit.
I know where I
No.
am.
Not everything's so sexually tensioned here. Just a few things.
Only a few.
You okay?
How have you all been?
Fucked, but I
Yes?
don't think I'm allowed to complain looking at you.
Busy.
Very busy.
Under your eyes, that's all.
But probably moved now, so.
I'm just tired.
Indeed. Well, it sounds like you've had a rough go of it, buddy.
But I'm going to try to put as little pressure on this leg as possible.
Yes, go sit down, dear.
Do you do you need?
Help him.
Okay, good. Well, he has a cane. Maybe we should get him one of those, like, things where you can hold on to the fronts that have wheels.
A walker?
Yeah, a walker.
Fuck off, I don't need a walker.
This is not out of teasing. This is out of genuine concern, bastard.
Hello, Ives.
Still, he would find it patronizing. He's in his 30s. I
I
can
don't care if he finds
understand.
it patronizing or not. Doesn't change the fact that he might.
I'm in my 50s.
Drop it. I'm not in the mood today. I'm tired after a long day. You can drop the egg on the counter all you want. Not today.
It's not in the counter. You'll find it later.
But it is not the Easter. He's not hiding eggs for the Easter.
Why he's handing me eggs?
I know that, but if he is hiding them...
Eggs? Am I confused about something?
What in the Saturnine are you guys talking about?
I was just teasing him.
The fact that he hands me an egg daily, or sends it to my door. How did you even get? Kise, did you give him the new address?
Oh yes, of course. I want him to
gave him the new
visit.
address because I had to update. I had to update my address for security.
I forgot.
This is true. Also, I'm not sending you anything in the mail. I don't know what you're talking about. Also, hello. Recovering well?
Yes.
Yeah, but if I'm being honest, there's only so much that's gonna be able to help with this.
It depends.
Call it a bad luck of the draw. What
Mondays,
was used.
I'm usually taken.
Ah.
Could be worse. if I'm
Okay.
being honest.
Oh, you could be dead, or, lose a limb, or have your
Was
soul
about to
ripped
be, if I'm
out.
being honest.
Oh. Apparently go insane and destroy a town. Oh, those poor darlings. Hopefully they're alright.
What?
Have you not seen...
Did I miss something?
It was...
I have been in my workshop.
Yes, darling, apparently something happened with the dragon hunters.
So, you floating?
Right leg has a hover
Sure
module.
enough?
Has always had one.
Mhm.
Okay. Ah, it's because of the lift.
And he
Okay.
did something and used that.
Okay.
I replaced.
I do
my
not
leg
know,
with
gas or
into my Ripper Dog friend.
potion.
My right leg is always prosthetic.
Caused a group to go insane and attack a city.
I'm aware.
At least that is what a certain someone
So, no, they're
said.
So they're fabricating dragon attacks to justify their...
Well, we knew that already, given what happened last time. With these.
A little rare to see them out.
Yeah. Must be a seasonal thing, maybe. Drove them over.
I'm at least I'm glad that we have been far away getting things set up.
In the wild, they kind of push them to come inland a bit. Either
Hope
one.
nothing
It's
dangerous.
apparently started on the outskirts of Dragonspire, so they say.
Didn't think I'm one of them.
Okay. They're gonna bite your
These
tail.
books think I know. They've been feeding to when 2 weeks ago. I got stuck at the studio at work. Then won't let it go near the cats.
Yeah?
You might, if you see one, you might want to have Mimic you explain your situation to them.
Mimics you already did.
Why does it feel like there should be epic music in the stare down?
That one, I don't know. I know Mimics you explained to the 3 others.
Someone got it. Yes, like that.
Separate individual.
Oh boy, yeah.
Thank you for getting it, Kay.
A little more coffee beans, aren't I?
You want snacks or
Probably.
something?
God damn it, Exo Silver like keeps dying.
We're Roland.
I put myself in the beta and it's still doing it. I don't know why.
Feed them anything, you're gonna have to be hard pressed to get rid of
20
them.
bags of coffee beans. I have the money. I'm good for it.
I guess
I
that
need
depends on
bribes
how
to
many
mimic
people feed
you.
them first. They look, well, I don't know, like about
I think we can swing that.
a
don't
frame
worry.
of what a
We'll-
slow bloke would be. I
We'll,
suppose.
we'll grab some.
I don't
coffee
know.
beans
I
and
don't
we'll-
know not much about what this regional variant of them.
Thank
Are
you.
they meant to be chunky?
Yeah, no problem.
They tend to be chunkier because they tend to elicit a lot of people giving them things.
I see.
But that's not a natural thing. They could be skinnier if they wanted to be.
If they want to be,
Also, they're-
being the very specific.
They're also to be fair, they're also a regional variant of Slowpoke, and Slowpoke tends to be on the more rounder side. Also, I know we're talking about you like you're not here. I'm sorry about that. I'm just explaining.
Hello. You look mighty fine and huggable today.
Do people say that? Is that a new flirting technique now?
Do you not No, that's
Yeah?
actually not. No. Is that you? No.
That's what I said. I would not be surprised if someone started using that. You look mighty fine and huggable today.
I guess you could, but it's not required. It's not like an immediate flirtation.
I thought it may be one of those memes. Meme.
Also tone.
Yeah. Tone works.
What?
Don't
The memes.
assume the magic of the.
I keep talking about
what?
the jokes.
Actually going to do it.
I know.
Talking about memes.
Think about it.
Oh, memes.
What's a what?
Alright.
How have you been here for how many years now? Like 2-ish? And not know what a meme is.
Also, how is it pronounced that?
I didn't have a phone
It is
for a
spelled
very long
meme.
time, Isaac.
You know how to nod yes for yes and no for no?
Is there an A in there? Or are you doing a short E?
No, meme. M-E-M-E. Obviously, it does not translate quite well given the characters, but I would pronounce meme.
That was a pronunciation that people like to use, mostly to piss off other people, kind of like how GIF and GIF are both technically correct.
Oh, I have no idea about that. The common language is so very
I
difficult.
don't understand common at all.
So, a meme is deep referential cultural humor. So, someone will say an inside joke, and then now it's spread to other people, kind of like a virus. But instead of being deadly, it's mostly referential.
Like the mocha hole.
Like the was a meme.
I see. Common is.
And then you put people. It's difficult and annoying. I prefer Ruckish. But let's use the mocha hole as a meme. That is a deep referential humor within the guild. Such as Titty Wiener.
Oh, please do not remind me of that. Why?
What did I just...
I see.
I tuned back in at the worst time. I had to.
You heard Bunny. You heard
Bunny.
memes. You heard Bunny memes. By the way, I've given her specific brand of synthetic a nickname, so to speak. Cryptobots.
Yeah.
Which I have talked to her about. I've talked to her about this and made sure it was okay. Cryptobot. They do not obey. They do not. Hang on. There's an actual reason behind this. They do not obey any laws of engineering by any stance of the word. They function outside of that known laws of engineering, to the point that they shouldn't function the way they do, but they do, and I have no idea why. Even when I made her new core, I still had no idea how the new updated core functioned, but it did.
What's that saying I've heard?
I reverse engineered her components and then built them in the way they were designed in her chassis, exactly to spec on a new
Science
model.
can look like magic to a layperson. I think it's something like that.
There's a field of people that tend to believe that science, like magic, is magic. The traditional sense of the magic is just science unexplained.
Which is the case.
I've met a few of those.
I think that's just straight up.
There's two types of the. Well, okay, so here's the thing. There is an energy source. There's a specific thing called magic, which is a system of understanding and manipulating the universe. And then there is magic, meaning the ephemeral, unknowable mysticism thing. That becomes smaller through greater understanding, and that becomes science. Then you have a system of understanding of how to manipulate the universe. That is also called magic. It's confusing, just like comments are confusing.
Hang on,
But yes.
hang on. Are you okay, Zante? I see that puzzled look on your face.
Don't worry about me. I'm just.
You will probably have a deep understanding of this. Because
Don't.
wizard.
You know how it is when it comes to me and magic, Mr. Eyes. It's gonna the fuck over my head.
I understand.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention too much into it. I was lost in my own train. What's going on?
we're talking about the difference between magic, the system of energy manipulation or mana manipulation that allows you to affect the universe, or magic, meaning the
I do want to go and
mysticism,
check that cave out sometime whenever you're ready to
unknown
explore.
thing,
Hell
the
yeah.
thing that becomes science once you become get a deeper understanding of it. Things that people
Well,
call magic, like
when
hello,
you
T.
really
that type of thing.
actually take a better look into it, magic
I'm
being
actually
a
heading out.
naturally
I'll see you guys
forming
around.
source
Buenas
within a
noches.
person or
Oh, I did not get to see you very much, but it's good to
see.
see you, dear. Have a good night.
Buenas noches.
Good to
Hope
see
you
you
enjoyed the
too.
visit.
Nice to
It
meet
was
you.
fun.
My day.
It's been a while. I need to come in more and all. So,
Of course.
but yeah, I'm a.
Take care, dear.
The last time I saw them here, they were in some kind of jar, and I don't like the name of it.
Oh, yes, that is apparently still a thing. Well, I suppose so. She did not say either way today.
That's a
When
meme.
we, I think
Ah,
when it comes to the
okay.
deep sense of similarities between like just batteries or sources and magic, that's probably actually the closest comparison you will be able to get, considering the major difference being magic is a naturally flowing and regenerative process within that of a stationary body, crystal, or actual natural sources of the world, effectively. And batteries is just a different type of manipulation of a sense of power generated by different means.
This snowbloke
My
is just
technology.
absorbing all of this information.
He
It
can
becomes a
handle
wizard, a
some
mighty
magic.
powerful wizard.
It's possible, if I'm being
Becomes a
honest.
wizard.
Just not
I
as
know
much
we
as you
could
would
die.
think, but it is.
Hello.
And listen,
Oh,
they
there we
have
go.
more better psychic things than you think.
I'm Miss Rika.
But
They
directly
are normal
though,
psychic.
that
So
is
they
what
have
I'm
good-
saying.
they should
Yeah,
have
no,
deep
they actually probably could
So how
just.
are things with the
It's,
two of you,
it's
then?
whether or not they choose to forget the information is the
I'm
difference.
tired.
Very much so.
That's
Mood.
the biggest thing, of course, is being the factor of like
So am I to assume there's no
mana
good
being
gossip
a
lately, then?
source of just utilizing a.
Oh,
You could say
unfortunately, it's mostly
fuel
been being
that
back
you
at the
yourself,
estate.
other objects like
Putting things in
crystals,
order,
is
considering we just
guaranteed.
moved recently.
The only thing you would need to change about
I'm
utilizing
just
That's
these
the
preparing
thing.
methods.
myself for the last thing I need to do to properly anoint my shrine, and I know it needs to be done, but I do not wish to do it.
That's about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, starting is always
Science
always the
and
hardest.
magic are closer linked than most people think.
They are. Just like how technically mana is in the very fundamentals and foundation of reality.
I mean, effectively. Meanwhile, like, a part of that same reality and resources is power sources like batteries. It's just utilizing them differently.
Slow blow. Slow blow.
Deeply profound.
Well said.
I don't understand a word you're saying.
Honestly, wisest words of wisdom going all over our heads, probably.
Oh, jeez, dear.
Simply too
I hate
profound
the
to be
fact.
comprehended.
Yeah. I hate the fact that I don't have Wicker here to translate it. Normally he's up there dancing in the globe. Someone did us stupid and took Wicker's translator off last week, and you just heard him go, Litwick, Litwick, Litwick.
Okay.
Oh, how unfortunate.
And he says Chandelure, but doesn't say it.
Why do they steal?
No, this was at Orlando Soccer.
Oh, it is Orlando
They gave
Soccer.
it back.
Not my business,
They
son.
took it.
Not my business, son.
So long story, they took it away to prove a point that he couldn't speak normally. They gave it back to him afterward.
That is just sheets a day, dude.
I mean, I taught Skroa how to say basic words. Not, like, very frequently in terms of their in-depth knowledge of it yet, but it's like they're trying to learn.
I tried that with Dumple once. They didn't seem particularly interested.
Some choose to, some choose to not. You can't just force somebody to try to learn an entire different language if they're not interested in it. It's not gonna go well. You don't. Yeah.
That is also partly why
I think I might step.
a certain someone's words will not get through to some of the yokai.
I think I'm going to step out for a moment.
Perhaps
Especially when you have the ease of accuracies as translators do. And, like, some people just choose not to. Like, why would they want to if they have an easy answer? They don't understand about fundamentally of building up a skill.
Some of us
I
cannot do
always
that.
wonder about translators like that, where you do that, whether or not it can translate tonal or like, I guess, cultural word usage. Because if you say a slang word in one language, it's not going to translate very well to another.
Honestly, I think it would be blank. Honestly, it has no direct one-to-one, so it just doesn't.
Yeah.
Those sorts of things tend to be quite literal.
I'm probably if I look unique situation ever does the translators. Learning fluent speech is, well, difficult for anyone.
I'm noticing that with you too. Sometimes there are blanks in what you're saying. I think it's sometimes has trouble with your language translating it to common.
I don't think the person at least got the voice speech translations from isn't a native voice speech speaker. There will bound to be a few issues.
Jerry's voice changer is so weird.
Echo found the pile again.
Oh, of course he did. As he should.
Echo always finds their way to the pile.
As he should right now.
Indeed.
Go back to my original points onto, I think I am a good example of translators being beneficial to communicate.
Oh yeah,
Especially
there's some
when there is a language
limitations. No
barrier.
matter how much time, dedication, and practice you don't have the physical parts to speak or do with it. That's where they have to become a reliance.
Well, the idea is that you are fine with it. Yes, darling, you wished for that.
Going patrol.
Of course.
See? There we are.
That was frustrating with people not being able to understand me ever.
That was
Except for Jack.
the most
His voice
proper
bananas, I think.
course I've ever heard in my existence.
I think at least made me sound slightly posh. I'm not sure.
It is certainly posher than one would think otherwise.
Yeah.
And I have heard posh. I have heard posh for a long time.
I think instead of it being of course, it's of course.
Yes, of course.
I'm physically incapable of speaking like that.
I don't think I understand the difference. It's just
Confidence, darling. It is all about confidence.
Or where you're born.
Oh, yes.
By the way, I might actually need to reach out to the wider toy makers department for something because I actually need help for once. This is rare. My vocal cords are not vocal cords, they're synthetic vocal cords.
Yes, I've
Meaning
noticed.
I don't have a filter.
Yeah.
What pops in my head, I speak it. And last weekend...
I mean, I did that too, but...
No, Jerry, as in I accidentally, inadvertently insulted Jaden, and I didn't mean to.
Well, have you tried apologizing?
And then you said it, and then you realize you said it, and you're like, oh shit.
Jerry, just heads
No,
up.
Jaden got pissed later, and I noticed.
Though, depending on what you said, an apology may not be good enough.
Things are happening.
Let's go hit that store real quick and get the copy. You can bring it home with you.
Long story short, Jaden was talking about food porn. Or not food porn, food lube. Sorry, I need to correct myself there. Food lube. Me not reading the full context or realizing that it came from the video, thought it was from the camera guy that usually films Miss Battery on her escapades. Thought it was another cursed quote from him. I went into my personal comms and my server network and was talking to my friends and partners, and I brought up the food loop thing, and I said, keep in mind this came from the same idiot who said blank cursed quote that I don't want to bring up again, and Jaden took it personally.
Well, I can understand why, because one, you said the same idiot. Whether it was meant as affectionate or not, not everybody will see such a thing.
I also wasn't talking about him, but
For me and my people, calling someone an idiot is the equivalent of calling someone a fool, and that is a deep insult. To the point to where you would insult our honor, and we would be honor bound to challenge you to a fight to redeem ourselves.
that's fair enough. And I'm not, by the way, justifying my actions at all.
Oh no, I know you're not. I'm just saying it as someone from a different culture.
I'm just now going, okay, this has become less of a passive issue and more of a, okay, now I need to handle this. This is becoming
Oh, yes, of course.
issue. Because I've insulted and pissed off a person that I deem close, and I don't like that.
Well, you already know the answer as well. Communication, that is how it always goes.
Yeah, but the problem with me, Miss Kise, is I have a tendency to over-communicate. I have a tendency to say things I don't want to say to people. Or just not know how to word them. And
Yes, you and many others.
It doesn't help that I can't curate what I say in comms or verbally. Because I use speech to text due to the fact that I can't write. I don't type any of my messages. I speak them into a translator and it puts them into the text prompt and sends them. You seeing my issue now?
Oh yeah, but does it require you to... Does it force you to send it immediately? You cannot look at it and say, no, wait, go back.
Yes, it does not. It just straight up sends it the moment that I say it.
Then that sounds like a severe design flaw that you should be capable of fixing.
Oh. Already working on it. The problem is I can't. The software is too old, which means that I'm probably gonna have to talk to Elise.
Whoa.
Hi.
Yeah?
Good to see you.
Oh, we have another one.
Do you know nodding yes for yes and no for no?
That one's a little bit crouchy.
I think maybe not then. Oh dear. That's a small one over there.
Wow.
Either way, I'm going to try and work on this. We'll see how far I get.
Well, make certain if whatever it is old, make certain it does not have any of the McAfee curses on it.
And you have to keep...
Good.
You have to keep in mind that sometimes you can't always fix it.
I don't want to continuously insult and make my friends angry, Mr.
No, I know. No, what I'm saying is... the thing with Jaden. Sometimes people can say things that will cross a line, and sometimes you can't fix it. I know from experience.
I doubt
Not that I'm saying it's the same situation. I'm just saying keep that in mind.
I hope it didn't
Don't-
go that far.
I'm sure it didn't. Don't. Common is hard. Don't try to force it,
I'm
I
not.
think is what I'm trying to say.
I'm not. But I am going to fix the damn problem on my end.
That's all
This
that
is
can be
why-
asked.
Stand in the corner and don't say anything.
No, I see your point, even if they don't.
There's a commonality between how do you describe them? Specialists. This is both including tech and magic, where they can feel that they can fix everything about themselves with whatever thing they happen to be an expert in. It's a very
Sometimes
commonality
you
among
just-
wizards.
Gotta accept that even if it's a mistake can still lead to hurt, and not everyone will accept an apology. Sometimes time only
By the
heals
way-
things,
Exactly.
even
the
if
way,
it doesn't.
Yeah.
And some fools go
Much
straight to
more
time magic.
eloquently put.
Oh, no, I was gonna say for Zante, if you'd like to see some of the slow blokes more at your rant and such, let's see how they are. I do have one myself, and I don't know if mine is the largest they can be, but it is quite large.
I've heard that you've had quite the big one. If it's bigger than that one, then I think you're.
It is.
Oh, yes, yes, it is.
There's a reason why he only particularly stays outside. Like whenever I release him from his ball, it's either in a large room and he stays in that room, or I take him outside to roam a little bit when I let him out.
I
Luckily,
do
we
have
have
a
a much
water
larger
reserve
garden now.
area.
Yeah,
If that makes any help.
it could.
Hello.
But I was just saying, if you wanted to observe them a bit, that way you know what you need to do if you ever,
Yes,
Get
I
one there.
believe this is a variant I've not actually come across. I'm gonna
I've
need to be
never
able to
seen
see
or
them.
even I had never seen or heard of them before 2 weeks ago, and then I ended up.
They
Well,
are.
according to Mimikyu, it saw me as its servant.
That makes sense.
Hmm.
They are rather. Um, they're rather uncommon in Thorndwell.
1, 2.
They tend to be adopted by some of the higher ups
The rich and
and
noble.
others. Yeah, there's a they have an evolution that's a lot in how they act.
Although, admittedly, I wonder what happens if you change it from its current mindset to something a little bit more healthy.
Then you get the other one.
No.
There's two. There's
I
a
see.
split evolution. The elves
We'll see which
tend
one I
to
go up
view.
with.
All I know about them is
duh.
that they're all gluttons.
It's
Everyone
the it's the one that it's the oh my god, what was the name of it? Something broke. Yeah, it's Flip broke. It's that one. He's gonna get that one.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
So slowpoke tend to evolve depending on how their mindset
Yeah,
evolves
it's
during a
either an
certain thing.
item. Isn't it normally either an item or whether or not it comes in contact
is.
with a what's the other Pokemon?
It is an item. No, that's a different thing. You're talking about a Cloister, I think. But regardless,
Yeah.
it is an item, but it is also a mental state. It is whether or not how they develop as a person when
Well,
at
this
the time of
did say
evolution.
that the,
consider itself very regal.
the
that
item
might
is
also
what
do.
physically allows it to evolve, while the mentality is the trigger that sets it to
Kise
evolve. to
isn't
begin with.
keeping up with any of this.
So,
I haven't
most
actually had a
slowpokes
Pokemon
start.
evolve yet, though. I think Kaiser's close.
Most
Oh dear.
hello. Most
Hello.
slow blokes start off a little selfish like that. They tend to be very loud and abrasive in that regard. It's actually harder to do it the other way. It's easier just to feed into their impulses and desires and just give them food and comfort and give them whatever they ask for.
I mean, I don't want it to get too fat, so I was actually thinking about weaning it off food as much. Have it exercise a bit more. It's gonna be trouble, but I'm sure I can do it.
I would caution if you do that, depending on how far gone they are, because it's obviously they're people,
At
so
least
they
I
can
can
be
still feel
less
this coming on
selfish,
us.
more selfish,
Mm.
greedy,
Well,
less
if
greedy,
they're
that type of
food
guard.
motivated, technically speaking, I can use the treats as a reward rather than just giving it to it.
True,
It worked
but you do need to set boundaries.
a tiny bit.
May have one get
your
quite a bit.
conversion for your drone
Tiny
is
bit when I
done.
was getting it to
Hmm?
stop biting Jerry.
Oh, exciting!
It's been proven to at least
Wonderful.
work.
We'll see.
I hate
Just going to take it for a test around the forest.
One of the slow blokes just ate at least 2 of Steel's Pokeballs. You might want to check on its monitor.
They all get quite a bit of
It
gossip.
might just get itself caught then. I watched the slow
No,
bloke eat
that's-
a Pokeball.
Ate and swallowed is different than just they just put it in its mouth.
Well, no.
No, the
No,
one that
it
I
ate
saw
it.
before the other day ate it entirely.
It ate it.
And then it got itself caught.
We just had a slow.
Oh, Snivy.
A snow. How do you say their name? My brain.
It's
Slow bloke.
Slow bloke just ate
Either
2 of
way,
its own
you're the
consent
expert on
balls.
them here, so
that if it starts having indigestion issues, Kise can take a look at them.
Well,
suppose
that's
so.
what comes into mind, especially. They're very, probably if they're anything like Slowpoke or things like that, they're actually a very hardy race of Pokemon, especially in terms of actual
are.
constitution.
They
You
are very
might just
hardy.
digest the damn thing.
But
I certainly hope so. Those
the more
spheres
selfish
of
variant, the
technology.
Slowpoke, that one is the elves like to point at orcs and say that is us, where the orcs like to point at the elves and say it's them. Oh, another one. Or is that the same one?
There's Jaden.
No, it's the same one.
I think that's
It's a tiny one?
Well, they
Indeed.
can become big or small. There's size variation between them.
Oh, can
I've
they
seen ones that are
change
like
their size?
No,
Can they make
no.
themselves bigger? Oh, okay.
Well, they can grow bigger. It just depends on the species.
Oh,
It just depends on the
Pokemon.
genetics of them.
Yes, all Pokemon have size differences. That much I found out.
Yeah.
Huh.
As all people do for the most part.
Hello.
Hello.
Why do I have a feeling something is staring at me?
Somewhat.
There's a slow book.
That would be
Oh
why.
dear. Oh, that escaped Snivy.
Oh. I could just feel.
Feel the eyes.
Yes.
Oh, it is also because you probably heard them a bit, given the ears.
Right, I still have those.
Hello, Jaden. This slow bloke
Oh,
gonna
darling.
take a liking to you, or is it just following for no reason? Alright, good.
I'm not sure. It was
mean,
trying to
it's-
go in the security office.
At least they didn't bite Jerry on the tail again.
Oh, is that what happened?
Give him
Okay,
time.
so those are the things that Jerry was freaking about. Got it.
Yes, that is
So-
the thing that.
I thought they were going to have some sort of duel.
He got pissed. Like, really
Well,
pissed.
I think some of them think that they're a slow bloke, and slow
do
bloke
you
bite
have
each other's tails.
Do you have a 1-to-1 with these, by the way? Can you actually have enhanced hearing and, I guess, balance?
Yes, I can hear things on the other side of the banner.
Also, just realized you have 4 ears.
Jerry would have.
Yes, I know it. You're not the first one to point that out.
Come
I'm
on,
mostly
Mimi.
asking just to make sure that you're dealing with the sensitivities of it well. You adapting well to
Hey,
it?
Snivy.
I've had
I
this
need to adjust my.
boon for a while.
My
I've
voice at the moment.
become accustomed to it.
You're fine.
Okay.
At least
I know some people
a
don't
few months
always get
now,
a
yes?
good reaction to
Yes.
things.
Oh, it was awful the first time I got it. Everything was so damned loud.
Yeah.
Oh, smell
My
too.
lord.
I can smell everything.
I don't really know any different.
Mm. You've had them for your
that might
entire damn life. What do you expect?
Yeah.
maybe go to my office soon. Anybody need to talk to me in this group? If you've been waiting for an excuse or something.
Not me.
Actually,
really.
yes. There is a security-related matter I needed. We can talk.
There you go.
I need
That's
your
why I asked.
office.
Let's go.
I'll be back in a bit.
I'm assuming if it needs me, I will be told at some point.
I'll let you know if
Of course.
Thank you, Eyes.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Well, here comes silence.
For the moment, yes.
My old friend.
No kidding.
Oh, no, falling back into habits.
They don't seem to, the very least, even on like some slow pokes, they don't seem to have a need to feed on smaller Pokemon at least. Otherwise, they might want to chomp on Snipe. Well, that depends if they're hungry, actually. We should probably keep an eye out still.
I know nothing about these Pokemon. I don't hardly know anything about Pokemon. So
Yes.
I'll leave the experts to it.
That goes at least around, mix it, and everyone is fed. Don't know if any of the other mates are around.
So are you involved with recent events?
I guess that depends on what you mean by recent events. It depends on if I was involved or missing something.
Apparently,
About
the ones who can...
dragons. Well, dragons causing chaos. That is on Metagram.
The damnable people who continue to sully my name.
Wait a minute. Dragons are just causing ruckuses now? What's...
Apparently, the children of Siegfried has done something.
Really? They decided to make
Yes.
another move? After all this time, why now?
Good question. You said something about a gas?
Oops. Well, we had that issue we heard about where remember where police went a bit rage-filled. Apparently something like that happened again in a city. A certain detective thinks it may involve those people.
Wait.
Damn it, that would actually be a smart move. Start making the dragons actually look very dangerous again, and then they'll sway people to their side.
Exactly.
Yes.
The only...
Do you...
measure I could think of. Go ahead.
Have I ever... Do you know where the name...
Daddy. Daddy.
No.
You're gonna have
She
any right
can't eat
now.
like this, unfortunately.
Daddy.
Thank you very much, though.
It has been 0 days since the last time this has happened.
If you wish for someone to take your food, then I will happily.
Nice, nice.
Thank you.
It has a heat crystal at the bottom of the bowl to keep the temperature.
I'll be sure to leave the bowl and the item on the table for you when I'm done.
Alright. Nice, thanks.
Mm,
Nice.
of course. Thank you very much. Would you like to go into a room if we're going to further discuss on topics?
That is not
I
really
suppose
the
we can.
best.
Yes.
I'm uncertain of the best place. I suppose the back room.
Honestly, no one even goes to do the jumping puzzle anymore. We can go there.
Well, true, unless the our Litwick
Security
friend
offices
comes
are-
around.
Yeah, it seems the security offices are being used, which we would use the lobby for private conversations.
Indeed.
Hello.
Not unless you think Jaden and I need to hear about it.
Slow bloke.
It does not have anything to do with anything around here for now, and I wish to keep it that way.
It's a place that
I
makes
agree.
fried chicken.
Thank God we're on target.
And other things.
We can eventually tell Jaden, considering what happened last time.
All I know is that we had
Yes, unfortunately, Jaden is involved in this, coming to save you.
Well, to an extent, if I remember correctly, Jaden requested to have some sense of involvement even with me.
That is true. We'll make certain to tell him,
it was
considering we
me
are going
who-
back to the same home.
Yes, but it was me who sent him the message to come and help.
Regardless, you were going to say?
Children of Siegfried. Siegfried is a icon. Do you know the story of
I
Siegfried?
have learned of it, yes. It's one of the first few subjects I actually wanted to look into was their histories. Oddly enough, as well, given their previous relation to Higgs. Actually, Higgs was one of the set counters for why I wanted to discover it.
Well, Siegfried is a translated name. Sigurd is the Old Norse, as you would call it, name.
That must have caused some confusion.
He is a hero. Known for slaying the dragon Fafnir.
And apparently did not even start out as a dragon.
This dragon is, yes, inherently evil. He was originally a dwarf, eventually cursed, transformed into a dragon. And there's a very long story, but eventually Sigurd is tasked with killing the dragon. Upon killing the dragon, Sigurd cuts out the dragon's heart and consumes it, and bathes in its blood, thus granting him invincibility.
Vulnerability in those areas, but apparently there were spots where it did not.
There is a singular spot on his back. As he bathed in the blood, a leaf fell, covering a spot. Eventually, granting him invulnerability. He was eventually killed by his wife after trying to marry the Valkyrie Brunhild. He was stabbed in the back. But yes, I was named after this legendary hero.
Well, you could say that you had quite the one-to-one. All except for the most ill-fated part.
Yes, he is so much smarter than that one.
But, given the history and the local legends, they must still somewhat see at least a good majority of themselves as the quote-unquote good guys, despite the fact of the inherent dark nature of what they're trying to accomplish.
Yes, I can tell you, they see themselves as ridding the world of evil.
Of course, they attach the evil to one singular race, which has notions between good and evil, therefore making it a false point.
Exactly.
Yes,
They can't see that.
Fafnir is a god. He has the power of gods.
He was not even a dragon to begin with.
No, but he is the most well-known.
Men amongst their local legends, they're using it to spur on a generation of hate. Well, and I guess reckless genocide.
Well, Fafnir comes from a family seemingly filled with evil people because Fafnir's brother planned to kill Sigurd. Once Sigurd bathed in the blood and ate the hearts, there's another ability that's often overlooked. Sigurd suddenly became to understand the birds. The birds warned him his brother was going to kill him. Or not his brother, Fafnir's brother was going to kill.
I follow.
When it was he who put Sigurd up to the task of killing Fafnir.
Ah. I see. Was it to cover a track or something? I don't see the point in him going to try to do that after he set this entire thing up.
Probably greed.
Fafnir had stolen a sizable fortune from their father.
Oh, it was greed.
And given that Sigurd had slayed the dragon, by right, it would be his.
And the brother disagreed and thought he could cut out the middleman.
Yes, the brother thought, well, he won't see it coming, so when he returns, I will kill him. He didn't count on Sigurd finding out.
Wait a minute. Are you telling... Wait. Could it still be a lack of knowledge as to why a majority of these people are still hunting? Indoctrination's a hell of a thing to push over, but once there's actual sizable proof and doubt, it's pretty much fallen entire foundations before.
I mean, why are they still recruiting and they still get recruits despite the fact that everyone hates them? Well, at least everyone seems to hate them. I would hope most everyone hates them.
Well, think about it this way. If you know fervently that you're right, even if you're not, but if you've been taught everything day in, day out that this is the right way to do things, these are the reasons why, and there's physical proof that this one person was evil and has led to an evil generation, would you think, oh, the world is full of bigots, or would you think, oh, maybe they have a point?
Indoctrination.
You only live the life through one perspective. It's no wonder things ended the way they are. We need to find a way to maybe expand their perspectives, potentially.
If there is indoctrination, that will take a long time.
Exactly. More time than I think anyone would have while they're still on their current planet, especially in forcing rage through dragons. And unfortunately, the method I would have to actually counter it is not something any dragon, any prideful one, would agree to.
From what it sounds like, if they're using something to force people into a rage, it sounds very close to what we would use, our berserker brews. We would stop, we do stop seeing reason. Everything becomes an enemy. Our adrenaline spikes, we become stronger.
But if there's a reason it says berserker.
Yes, we attack with a furiosity no one has ever seen before. We are often looked at as monsters. Demons among men.
And let me ask you something. If that is given to what the name claim is made to be for, would you agree to have someone place something upon you should you ever reach this state of adrenaline elevation you fall unconscious? Would you ever agree to it?
I have my own. I constantly drink these berserker brews, as most people would call them, though berserker is a broad term. It actually, if my translation is correct into common, berserker means better skin.
My point being, if it is a direct solution, the solution is simply put to have something or place something on the dragons that would knock them out if they were to ever enter into a state, but no self-respecting dragon would want to take such a risk.
Yes, that would involve quite a bit of trust.
There are brews that counteract the effects.
It's simply a matter of knowing what they are using first, which would involve getting our hands on some of it.
Once again, another race for another brew or concoction of their creation.
As it tends to go. I do not like having to be steps behind, having to create a counter to every new thing they create because we created a counter of the last thing they knew.
I've grown into a bit more of a worry as of late. I'm debating upon my methods in tackling this kind of threat. Their efforts are on a global stance. Mine works well for a more local solution, but if all they're doing is going to be pulling in from an literal endless pool of soldiers. The bad part is I'm basically working a unit that is meant to save a race that doesn't like people coming to be their saviors. And they won't work with me. How can I save something that doesn't want to be saved?
Unless they do not wish to be saved, most probably, and more so they wish simply for the tools so they can do it themselves and not have to rely on others that may come to them later for favors.
That's understandable, but it's not exactly that they're in the biggest positions to argue against either. There's no one huge, massive tool coming to people's disposal unless some corporation wishes to get involved and builds them a laser. I'm starting to get stuck.
And I had not heard from anyone until most recently on these matters, so.
And most people are still licking their wounds from a previous engagement. They're not exactly rushing to anyone's aid at the moment.
True.
I
Have I told
myself
you?
am still... No, it's not important. Continue.
Have I told you my plan?
Hmm.
With Kise?
For yourself?
Yes.
I know what you're attempting to do, and I know what you're trying to achieve for yourself in terms of, well, especially expanding yourself and what tackles and challenges you'll have to go through. Yes.
There have been recent developments.
Alright.
I have gone to Asgard. I set free the Hound of Ragnarok.
I'm sure that came with quite a bit of resistance.
Yes, old Harvey himself. And Tyr and Freya. Well, Tyr tried to stop me, Finrayr stopped him. Odin threatened Kise, and I damn near ripped his jaw off.
It worked out about as well you would expect then.
But I do have... The Hound has sworn fealty to me. It was the deal to set him free.
Yeah, the whole not destroying the world thing helps a lot.
That's true. At least not at the moment. After all, I'm assuming the factor of the whole prophecy thing, it doesn't care for when it happens, so long as it happens. It doesn't need to happen right now, after all.
Well, that part isn't important to me, if I'm being honest.
I don't think it should be. Got what you needed.
Though that development was a boon for the latest one. I met with Fafnir's brother.
Oh.
He forged me a sword. One that could cut through anything. That's how I freed him.
And enough to cut through your target.
And enough to cut through the dragon.
Correct. So you have a Henry at your side, you have the sword. What steps are remaining for you then? Or is the next big target him?
The next big target is him. With the boon from Fafnir, I would be untouchable. At least from the gods.
You would be untouchable, specifically.
Yes, but not entirely. But the less people that know about that, the better.
Of course. It's best to keep up the assumption of things at the very least anyways, even if it's not solid.
Yes.
I'm going to make certain that there are no leaves around.
Though that would mean...
You first. After
That
all,
would
best to
mean-
finish the subject before pressing a new one.
That would mean I would become said hero of legend.
And that also means everything that could have its prophecy remain for the rest of it. Something that you trying every step to avoid.
I told you it was smarter than the other one. So at least that part, I do not have to worry about, yes.
My
Kise
recommendation,
plans to be
actually,
there.
it helps a lot. When you have what you need, stop worrying about the rest of it. We saw what it did for people like Odin. What happens trying to avoid every single step does to someone. Don't make the same mistake.
No, I don't plan to.
Good.
And who knows, maybe...
I wish you the best of luck.
Maybe this sort of thing will be an eye-opener to some of those fools who have a wrong opinion about an old story they heard once and took it far too far.
Well, you know what they say, some people tend to change the stories to fit their own narratives, even if there's a bit of truth behind them to keep it real.
Indeed.
Still, can't ever be too cautious, just don't let it overwhelm you. You're already skipping one step away from it, and that's being, I don't think Kise is going to stab you in the back anytime soon.
No, he is not going to give me a reason to.
Well, regardless, she owns my soul anyway.
Step already done. I suppose... What do you consider me? I suppose is the question I have for you.
Well, we've faced the bastards of Siegfried together, so we're practically family at this point.
I've been hurt recently. Quite worse than I think I'm putting on for people. And it wasn't by my enemy that it happened. People I thought were friends once turned out to be nothing more than acquaintance to them, I suppose. On top of that fact, I nearly died during the whole Halloween fiasco. I still feel guilty about everything, not being strong enough to resist the chaos that took me over.
Never apologize for being a victim of an
No.
asshole, darling.
But during that time, something else happened. Somebody has transformed my sister into a creature. And now I'm caught between differing issues, weighing my involvements in them. My family, of course, is my highest priority, but after what happened during Halloween, I don't know if I'm strong enough to handle anything anymore. I guess you could say I've never felt this vulnerable in a very long time, and I don't know what to do about it.
You are not a godlike entity, darling. At least I do not believe so. You cannot expect to be able to immediately handle them in one fell swoop.
Yeah.
You're alive. This person who attacked you, was their intent to kill you?
Ironically enough, they were the one who told everyone, don't kill them, just knock them out, and then immediately hit me with the two elements that they knew would hurt me the most. Point blank. They knew, by the way. So I have mixed feelings. You see, that's not the part that hurt me the most, though. After they did so, they didn't even bother to check on me. They didn't worry about me. They didn't come looking for me when all the battle was over, and they were just hanging out with the pile with their friends. No, while I was limping for my life, they didn't give me a second thought. Only so many assumptions I can make from that.
Who do we have to curse?
I don't want to curse them, but I need to be very active in choosing who are my friends, family, and who are just acquaintances in my life. Saya taught me many things. I guess this is a lesson I didn't expect.
Unfortunately, I too have learned that lesson.
You're referring to Saya?
Yes.
Mm.
She was the one who hit me. And she didn't care afterwards, it seems.
Well, that complicates things.
How does it? Listen, just because they're not my friend doesn't mean it matters to me if they're yours.
I know her father. I am very old friends with her father. So much so that I consider her and her father my family. They're the closest things I have left.
As I said, I don't think I can afford to hold a grudge right now. I don't want to see what I become if I do.
Why did Saya attack you?
Because while I was trying to regain any sense of control over myself and ripping off my masks, everyone kept attacking me, making it very difficult. And I was doing everything I can to go between my sanity and attacking them. I don't blame them for attacking me. I wish they wouldn't have done anything that would hurt me the most and nearly kill me. Practically torture me to death.
Is this during the entire curse fiasco?
Yes, it was.
Mm.
When my mind was being taken over. Again, that's not the part I'm upset about.
I know I don't know, but I can hazard a guess at why she did what she did. If memory serves, she was also affected by this curse.
No, she became an angelic entity, I suppose.
No, she was... what did they call them now? They were known by something different when I was I think it's the Hand of Zaurus or something like that.
Yeah. Well...
Zante, there's one thing you need to know about these people. They were a group of pro-human.
I'm aware of where they are. They nearly killed me when I was a child.
I knew them as the Inquisition.
Inquisition?
If they are indeed the same people, and their holy symbols are incredibly similar. We knew them as the Inquisition. They hunted down and killed everyone that wasn't human. And if the curse affected her like it had affected you, and Saya wasn't in her right mind.
I don't know. I don't have those answers. But that's still not the part that upsets me. I'm not upset that she blasted me point blank. I could have forgiven that. I would have, outright, as I had forgiven Miss Snowbell immediately from her coming over to me, apologizing and checking on me, as did one stranger that I didn't even know who did the same. It's not the fact that they attacked me that hurts me. It's the fact that they didn't seem to care afterwards, even after this curse has lifted.
I can only speak from experience. And I don't speak for Saya, but I can. Once upon a time, I was controlled by something. I wasn't myself. I hurt a lot of people. I murdered people, cold blood. Looked at their families and laughed at them. Told them that they were better off without a pissant weakling. Now, keep in mind, I wasn't entirely myself. Some of these people I considered friends. I knew their families, I knew their children, their wives, their brothers, their sisters. Once I regained control of me and I was me, they knew I was being controlled. However, I could not face them. I knew what I did. They knew what I did. I hurt them. I disfigured. I maimed. I was the demon of their worst nightmares. And instead of checking on them to make sure they were fine, I left. Without a word. Never spoke to them again. I couldn't face them. Now, I'm not saying that's what Saya's going through. But I like to believe I do know Saya. She may be too afraid to face you, knowing what she did. When you're being controlled and you're watching your body do something and you're screaming in your own mind, fighting to regain control, begging yourself to stop doing what you're doing. It's something you don't easily come to terms with. Because it was you doing it, but it was not you doing it.
I'm well aware of how that feels. The most I can say is I'm doing everything I can to not let what happened affect me any more than it already has.
And I'm not saying you don't, that what you're feeling isn't valid. It is. I'm just trying to portray a different side of what could be going on with her.
Maybe it is. I wish I had everything I could to get that answer right now. But I don't have the time for that anymore. All I do know is effective, and I have. If I ever hurt the two of you, if out of my control, out of my mind, I know that I would stop at nothing to the ends of the earth to do everything I can to apologize and redeem myself in any way possible, my fault or not. and I have with others if I can. I understand not being able to forgive myself, but I also know that for me, it would hurt me far deeper to just leave you without answers. I could never do that to you. Maybe it's something that she can't face right now. I don't know. I don't have that answer. But I know how I handled it, and I guess I just expected something different. For now, though, I need to focus on what's important. I don't think I should be thinking about these things right now.
Of course.
Excuse me.
You never told me about that.
It's something I don't like reliving. It's not that I don't trust you, it's... It's a burden I carry.
If it is something that touches your soul, which I have, then I carry it with you.
It's why I still run away when I hear something about charms. It's a heavy reason why I close myself off to people. I trusted one person, and it turned out to be the wrong person. I was charmed in years.
My poor lone wolf. But no longer.
Five years. Trying to think back on those. It's foggy. But one thing was clear. Those moments. She made sure of that.
With an eternity ahead. Well, we'll be as a speck of dust in the wind eventually.
Oh, dude, you have to build that thing yourself.
Taken over by far better things.
Arthritis. I'm good.
Got that IKEA cave. Okay. Yeah, thank you. I had to assemble it with instructions.
No.
Is it clean? I'll do it upside down. It's a click together cave.
But my hands are still dirty.
You gotta put a blowhard in it. It's important.
No, That is why you purify yourself.
But no, it's not that.
Which you do, and have done.
Sure, you'll like when I give it to you.
Alright, we good now. I found a comfortable place.
That's why I try to do more good.
What if I like roll on my side? Does that hurt?
And you have.
Oh, that hurts a lot less. Hell yeah.
I would not have a Kanushi with dirty hands, my love.
I just hope one day it feels like
Down to comfy, way to sit down. Or lay down.
it's enough.
Boy. Bumblebee.
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 I wonder if you can guess what I made for you,
Bumblebee.
Asha.
Bumblebee. Cat.
It is made. No, but it is made of wood.
Bumblebee.
Wood.
It is made of wood. It's made of wood.
Someday.
Bumblebee.
Made of wood. Bow?
No, not a bow.
What? Huh?
Knife.
It'll be easier with you here.
Not a knife.
Like
No,
if I
not a
drink
bow.
potions, I'll become the potion.
Always.
Thief.
No.
Thief.
No, it's not a cave. Yes, it would have been a cave. Yeah, I carved it myself.
Amulet.
I'm in heaven.
Not an amulet. No.
Jewelry.
No.
Accessory.
No.
Car.
A wooden car. No, it's not cutting a wooden car.
Is it larger than a bread box?
It is quite large. Yes.
Heart melt both. As long as I don't have to
Yeah, I need to try
eternity
to
as
at
a
some point.
reaper.
An automaton made of wood.
I need to try to find out some stuff
She said,
about
no, you can do that as long
things
as you
we're
want.
doing.
And I said, fine, no problem.
Fair enough.
I mean, it's in a box.
I'm gonna quit being a reaper when all of the souls
Hello,
from the
darling.
fall have been
Hello.
taken to the afterlife.
Necklace.
I was, enlightening Michael as to Rama and how Rama is an asshole.
Oh, he did not know!
That one was all you, Kise.
I assume Jaden already explained.
They told me.
Hmm.
I did.
We haven't seen him in a while, though. I think he went back to the Feywild.
Yes, as far as I can tell, the time flows much differently. It is probably going to be only maybe a day or two for him.
It's gonna be a minute.
Rampant overpopulation, my below.
Yeah.
Well, not
Time to like
rampant
see something
overpopulation
fucked.
and then rampant
Yeah, indeed.
depopulation.
I'm somewhat worried about that for the party, but
Going to New York is going to be a
Like, you
bit
can
of
be
a
in the
problem.
Feywild for
I
5
might need
years
your
or 20
help for
minutes.
that one.
And it can either be 30 seconds or 5 years here.
That can be what I
New
do.
York is growing with
well, I'm glad the Deeplin seem to have a blessing that Archfey to not have to worry about that for a party.
Fishes and Dames.
Very good.
With Indra as the DM, I played a satyr.
people who have been converted into mutated zombies.
I'm not surprised in the least.
Mushroom a satyr.
Million.
Oh, yes!
The last time I went.
Mushroom, Esmeralda. What was... There was the one that came to the very first, guild meetings back in the beginning. The same group.
What was his name? I know you.
Midas!
I remember his name.
Last time I tried to go to New York, I made it as far as the Empire State Building before I nearly got swarmed.
Probably in the Feywilds, like Rama.
Because I teleported out.
Yeah, probably.
What's up, Jack? What the fuck?
I teleported out as they were climbing up.
I better wait.
Mad Max.
Don't worry about it. I heard Sig.
No, stop. No.
Don't worry about it. Give me 1 second. Just.
I'm just up armoring the trailer.
Or is this having what we call a brain fart?
Yes, apparently so.
Or yes, yes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I'm gonna make this
Don't worry
more
about Sig. I
poignant for
pushed
you
myself
so
the
you know
lungs. I'm
what we're
awake.
dealing with.
No, it's fine. I heard Sig.
Idea.
Hmm.
Hey, Arzix,
Haven't seen that movie.
do you want to talk to Ambrosia about getting some of those energy drinks?
That's a big one.
I know the clip. Oh god, those energy
What the fuck?
I was honestly surprised that she came out from the laboratory for a while.
Is what they do.
No, she actually emerged.
Yes, it was. I was there. It was incredible.
She made a muzzle
Adjusting.
What?
to put on my face.
Yeah,
Because I fucking asked for it.
Why?
Hang on, rewind.
Jane, I think I'm
Put a
fine
muzzle on
about
your
those
fucking
energy drinks.
face.
Potentially.
I'm tired now. Also, don't punch yourself in the
The
lungs.
gossip version, yes.
I could have told you that. Okay, short version. 2 years ago, I apparently asked Ambrosia to make a muzzle to put over my mouth because I don't fucking know why. And
Rude.
it
Just
emerged
in
last
case, I
week.
can already tell you why.
And then
No, knowing eyes, it was probably a joke.
Maury has it.
That was relevant at the time.
Goodness. No. Don't dare my height onto you because that tail could knock me clean across the room.
Yeah, I'm gonna scoot back here. God, I feel Jerry would have another panic attack if he saw this big fella. I had to go with Jerry to help him calm down. Tonight.
You can understand why Jerry doesn't like them.
Listen, I've fucked a lot of kids. I think it's more the fact because for whatever reason he doesn't think he's one of them.
Oh, look out, Echo.
Hey. Be careful now.
Right before I say
That is a valid reason to not.
I think I'm about to
Oh.
madhouse.
I made a big batch of danger.
I've got patience, but I think it's at an end tonight, so I might head home.
Yeah, that's fair.
I have orange, raspberry flavor.
Get coffee, I'll calm the fuck down probably, but Mona's influence is starting to hit me. The bracelets will make it better than they can.
Don't take care of yourself, buddy.
Hang on. Actually, no, I have to go. Wicker's in the hospital.
Cool.
Later.
I'm just gonna for that one, I'll play with
Yeah.
take all my parts.
Oh, we can do about that now.
One noodle again.
You're all healed up?
Yeah, that's more.
Oh, no.
That and KFC
My
are
brain
more
is
in
one
line with
noodle again.
the Japanese.
His Majesty in her honor, I guess.
How we celebrate. We celebrate Christmas.
So, Kise, how's the new place treating y'all?
Oh, it is so much bigger and nicer.
I do.
Glad to hear the place.
Wonderful view of the onsen.
Yeah.
We're hearing some others moved in Geo things.
Earlier, like
Mocha, Echo.
Ah, yes. Jaden and Mocha and...
Yes, they have their own estates. Yes. And Shade, obviously. But...
Yeah, no,
We each have our
not
own
bad,
wings.
man.
Obviously, shares my wing, but yeah.
Hopefully the place treats y'all well.
Oh, it better. I personally created the idea myself.
They have ever had.
Oh. My shrine is almost complete, though, so at the new year you better give me offerings.
Oh, it's all different. It's all different houses.
Yes.
So that shouldn't be an issue.
Like, I told you about my neighbors, have I?
I don't think you have, no.
Okay, so hear this. Next door to my apartment is a couple.
Minikyu.
It's a package of
And
big
Fork,
bars.
Oliver,
Can you translate for me?
Fork,
if you
Oliver,
can?
and his dragon girlfriend Lorelai.
Ah.
Then right below are a bunch of other couples. Right below me. The floors are thin. They put the priest in between all the couples.
Perhaps I should. Perhaps I should give you a silence artifact.
They gave me. I thought it was just chalk. This is.
Honestly, I think it might be payback for the times you hear me pray, so.
I got them from Echo.
Do you
like the
Perhaps they thought they were forgetting someone.
Well, they started. They're loud.
This is Echo, not from
started.
me, though.
It's
People
loud.
said it.
Ah.
See, they're simply praying in their own way.
Hesitation.
Although,
Is it as good as the one you gave him?
Echo, I'm just gonna warn you, if they ever cross paths with Eevee, it's not gonna be a good time for them.
I mean, yeah, that's fine.
I'll let them cross the paths of
I gave them one of my chocolates.
because that's going to be a problem.
The one I've been working on.
Made sure they don't leave certain.
I don't know what that means.
Well, with how
There's a lot of stuff.
with how that one acts, Eevee might think it's a god.
Oh. As long as I feed his majesty is perfectly fine.
Well, one of the things that I reeled in Eevee with was I was going to kill gods. So.
Oh no. Oh no.
Luckily, kings aren't gods.
Now, some people think so, but that's obviously not the case in this instance, as in my domain.
But it's not necessarily a god.
I'm just saying, all it is that it depends on how they carry themselves. If they carry themselves in a I am a god manner rather than a I am a king manner.
I'm making ramen noodles.
Regal
Do you want
manner,
ramen noodles?
not god.
Well, even then, depending on how it treats,
I'm gonna have to be the one named.
depending on how Eevee takes their attitude.
He is a food wizard.
Eevee's their own Eevee, so.
Might as well be God to me.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Is that sort of local caves? Looks like they're having some sort of identity crisis.
It ate Michael's food.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Yeah, it ate Michael's food.
That's why I've been only giving the Pokemon, the Pokemon safe snacks that we ordered specifically for the Pokemon. You know, the snacks for the Pokemon. You know, the snacks made specifically for the Pokemon.
Yes, the Pokemon snacks, yes.
Pokemon snacks.
Snacks that are made for the Pokemon? The Poke Snacks.
Why is everyone saying that over and over again?
Ah, you little bastard!
Oh.
What did you do?
I'm tired.
If you require
Michael's magic food.
Oh.
Oh, now this is getting out of hand. There's two of them.
Oh, there's another one.
wait a minute, no, hang on. Is that His Majesty? Is that the one that Echo is partner to?
Oh God.
Oh. I see.
I'm telling you, Echo. This one and Eevee might have an issue.
My girlfriend's
Majesty. What's going on?
Where?
Is there a deal? Is there a duel of slow blows going on here?
I've tasted things that I've never tasted before.
So many senses.
It's gonna be fine. They've been mostly staying to my wing as well, so unless Evie wanders over to my wing.
Evie goes where Evie goes. I don't control them.
Just warn them.
I mean, I've warned Evie about everything at this state, but I don't know, this one's kind of...
Something that
I don't know.
might be communicated to Evie. If Gus accidentally seizes fire on them, a gentle whap is okay, but don't actually beat him up. He's still under control.
Well, I mean, Evie's reasonable. Just... I don't know how I don't know how they're gonna deal with Pompous.
Actually, they talked about him. There must be my.
Yeah, Pompous, I have no idea.
But Gus,
Oh, they know.
We gotta not cease fire.
What are you talking about? We've gotten along well enough.
I don't like that they talk.
Well, my dear, you're a different kind of Pompous.
Oh.
This one just gives off the air of Odin Pompous.
Oh. Oh, they're cryptic asshole. Oh, poor Echo.
Echo is now calling His Majesty, and we've got one over there that's on a taste bud.
Hello, Your Majesty.
Yeah.
I hope you know that you're gonna have to also start doing a little bit of exercise per snack.
Slow bloke. Recollect yourself.
Jaden, you'll get extra.
For some. Just a new experience.
Jaden, I just realized something might.
You know, Jaden, I just realized something. With becoming a priest.
Brand pig bars.
You know, I'm starting to see the benefits of being a demigod.
Yes.
Mimikyu? Where's Mimikyu? I need Mimikyu. Yes? Mimikyu, can you ask
Kise, so
see what his
I
favorite
just
flavor
realized
is?
with what I've done recently, I can ordain in weddings now. I've done the paper priest in the waterfront.
Exciting! Oh, that feels a bit better. Oh. I have no idea where Worship is. Thank you, Chaos.
So yeah, Sig, Kise, technically speaking, I can ordain a wedding. So,
Are you offering us your services?
I'm planning on getting some priest roles made in the future, so if you want, yeah.
Interesting.
That's your call, Kise. I don't have a problem with it.
Okay.
I was starting to figure out what type, given that I believe his beliefs are a bit different than ours, my love. I suppose we could have multiple weddings. That would be more fun.
Okay. What did they say now?
Roses, you probably don't have to pay me. The cons, you have to hear my voice for a while.
Chocolates that's painted.
Oh no, if you're going to do it, we're going to pay you. That's no question.
Lord.
Fair enough.
This will not do. I must have a favorite thing that is.
We may.
His Majesty.
I mean, if they want something actually probably quality, it would be something that's more organic and homemade, which is what I usually feed them as is. That's usually the better quality food. Just because it's more expensive doesn't technically mean it is better quality.
It does help.
Your Majesty. Yeah. I understand, but.
Oh, here comes a smaller one.
I want.
I mean, think of it like the Emperor's new clothes.
Yeah.
Now, come here. Okay, head out, okay?
Okay, please, Phil.
Now he's saying macarons.
I actually like to make macarons. Plus, we can make a bunch of different flavors.
Move all these around. Just plain still. In open shirt.
I'll make macarons each lap you do around the estate.
Hello, darling.
One whole batch of macaron.
Hi. I thought you'd like to know that I got proposed to today.
Oh, congratulations, darling.
Yeah, Duffy wants to marry me.
Oh. That is wonderful.
Yeah.
And I'm slightly upset about this because I was going to propose to Daisy
He's in
for
line.
Christmas Day.
Dude, I'm gonna have 3 wives.
Their Royal Majesty is stronger than
So now we need at least 3 weddings. We need to keep up with all of them.
She's got me there. I'm the wife collector.
May I just realize something?
Hmm.
It is like one
I do not need to collect.
You're all gonna keep saying this once to say, well, welcome back, everyone.
I have agreed to extract
There's like,
I hope they know I meant the estate at home, which is actually larger than this
your wedding. It's
estate.
like, well, welcome back,
Oh,
everyone.
yes.
And that's why you push in the face of your dick.
They chose to do proper style of a samurai estate.
I mean, a batch of macrons is like 20 macrons.
Try as you might, you'll never have more wives than I do.
But I have some money in
You
the
also
back.
didn't
They're
specify
away, so it's probably
how
for the
much
best.
was in a bag.
Yeah.
That is
So
true.
you-
I didn't.
You could
I'm not gonna cheat them though. If they put in the effort to properly train,
I know.
they deserve it. Hard work
Just saying,
deserves
you
proper
You never
rewards.
did specify the number.
Isn't that right, Wolfram?
What?
Hard work deserves proper rewards.
Sure, yes.
If someone puts in the effort, they can get what they deserve. At least that's what I think.
That the way you put that was rather sinister.
Oh yes, darling, have you not heard? That is one of the best ways to phrase something.
Smidge of a sinister
Yes.
twinge to the tone now that they mention it.
If you like someone or you dislike someone, you simply say, I hope you get everything in life that you deserve. And then if they are good, that is a good thing. If they're an asshole, it sounds like an insult or a threat.
Slow. I've been baking a lot, and I already thought that Kise ate a lot of sweets.
If they believe it was a threat, then that means they are an asshole. Yes, dear.
If you need help with cooking, can I speak to you as head of medical?
I know, but
Yes, darling.
I know. But for this one, I should watch the recipes I make myself. That one, you know.
You'll take care.
Yes, dear.
See you
Good. Let us get away from that. The tails are terrifying. Expecting to go flying across the room.
So, within the guild, I'm not going to name any names right now for confidentiality and means that they haven't asked for help yet. But one look at them can see that they're in a bind where help would be of great assistance to them.
I see.
Excuse us, maybe.
Oh, yes, darling, if this is confidential and it should be approved as such for medical, we should talk in the proper private room for that. I'm along.
Where's that go?
One day we shall have a proper medical room.
Oh, hopefully.
Soon enough, most probably. Are you able to get the door?
Yes.
Wonderful. All right, move a bit away from. Obviously, I shall keep things confidential, but at least from what you're saying, if they are not asking for help, I can do nothing of the sort. It is based on consent, my love.
Right. Okay. But other people have already offered to help without the person's objection.
Right, without their objection, though, again, have they simply said yes, you can, or have they said nothing?
They have said nothing.
That is not the same. Enthusiastic consent.
Yes, ma'am.
People are doing
preparations to help based on the understanding of the situation. May those take place.
I see. I cannot stop what others are doing outside of the manor, though if they are guild members, I suppose as head of medical, I can scold them somewhat for trying to do something outside of consent. But I cannot force them to tell me what they are doing or when they are doing it.
Well, in that, no action has been taken as of yet to my knowledge.
Alright, that is a good first step.
It's just that I've taken so many notes of routes of possibility to plan for if they say yes to help.
I see. What sort of things are you planning?
Such plans may involve a number of skilled individuals within the guild.
Of course. Well, if it involves skills that you need and the people involved are fine with it, that is certainly fine. Though if it involves something of healing variety or medical otherwise, I would prefer to be at least in the know. Because that will reflect on all of us.
This was the first set of information I wanted to share. A very preemptive discussion.
And I appreciate that. Well done.
I'll confirm with the person that 100% they do want help next I see them. And at that point, I have taken some notes already. It's all potential plans of action. I'll share them with aftercare after that.
I see. Well, if they do agree and they wish for the guild's help, do tell them to come speak to me. That way we can speak as a team on such a matter.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, darling.
Thank you. Will be all.
Wonderful. See, this is why I love this guild. Everyone understands our purpose here and what should or should not be done in situations like this. You are very smart, darling.
You're learning.
Indeed.
Yes, ma'am.
Now to hopefully not get smacked in the face by a tail.
I'm getting into ranger work with Mr. Daroon.
Oh, ranger. What does that mean?
Pokemon Ranger, basically helping out with the habitat or if any catastrophe were to happen, or immediate response to emergency.
Oh, well that is lovely. That is very good to hear. Hopefully it goes well for you.
It's going very well. We've got enough payment for starting funding.
Exciting.
And we put some poachers behind bars.
Excellent. See, that is what I like to hear. Keep up the good work.
What is going on over there?
I have no idea. I am uncertain whether I wish to know. What? Oh. Of course. Oh. Uh-huh. Oh.
Worried about the giant cup at the tail
smacking
something.
What are...
Oh.
Oh.
It has to be something similar to Slow King when it comes to its evolution.
Oh, I have to be worried about something very large like that.
Here's what it did. I had it do a lap
His
around
Majesty
the manor,
apparently
and then it came
evolved.
back and I gave it 3 macarons.
Slow.
It did slight exercise and then it evolved once it got a little treat.
Oh.
Did it pick up a king frog on the way?
I have no idea.
Oh, it does not quite work.
Blame the macarons. It was too fancy for them. I can't quite
You know,
understand
perhaps it's best that Evie
but you should reach
stays
forth
at the
and
hut.
claim this power.
Yes, perhaps. I'm going to go over. Oh.
I'm thinking of the macaron. You gotta know, that's like the bougiest of the white bitch food right there. Go forth and claim your birthright.
I was very much off my mark, so I had to fix my body.
I didn't make those. Those are from the store. It's still bougie. Not
You.
It's still bougie bitch food right there. That's what made it believable.
Isn't that the origin though?
Which is
What?
Macarons.
I know how I feel.
No,
about
they're
it.
French.
No.
French? I thought they were Japanese.
Of course.
No.
That's why. It's French is the bougiest of the motherfuckers out there.
I mean,
No,
yeah,
that checks out.
That's where Baroque. Where did it go? Okay, there it is. I have to keep an eye on
That's
this.
why.
Oh.
Echo.
Yes, why is everyone getting in exactly the wrong spot to be hit by a giant tail holding a giant shell?
Do we take a picture of it?
No, that's also a cup.
You know, noting so we can.
I'm pretty sure there's wine in there.
And getting covered in wine, no less.
I do need to talk to you.
Honestly, if people get injured and covered in wine, aftercare is going to have to do a lot of work.
Surprisingly, it looks like the liquid is staying inside.
Good. That is surprising, given.
Can't believe it.
So what I need to do is I need to make it so that his seat always faces up.
We should go find. Maybe I should just go find Evie and give them a heads up.
Perhaps.
Not like regents.
No, Evie. Okay, so Evie yearned for adventure, and I may have convinced Evie to come adventure with me by saying I plan on killing a god.
Okay.
Stop it.
Based.
And
See the issue so far.
Speaks common.
What do you mean it speaks common?
It speaks common.
You get the leftovers.
Oh.
Wow. So if there's an
Okay.
Well, that was fast.
Well,
They want something from me. I got you.
well, its attitude kind of acts like the god I plan on killing. Very pompous, very self-centered.
What conversation did I walk into?
Yes.
Evie may see this one as their equivalent to mine.
Usually
What?
say no, but I made ramen.
I think it's gonna be fine. If there's anything I've noticed, it might act all royal and all of that, but it's.
The goo.
I'm just saying, Evie may see this one as their equivalent.
Echo.
I hate to say it, I can kind of see where you're coming.
Hey, mimic you.
Would you like some ramen?
I'll need to talk to you in a minute alongside with Echo.
Alright.
There's a lot of noise going on.
Board.
Ah.
I must find the one who will ascend me to my rightful place. I cannot stand for this. I will be the best. I will be perfect.
Oh my god. Everything's gone downhill.
Quite the big man.
Never was. Alright.
Envious. I'm beyond envy.
Sit up, plenty of juice.
He's gonna bring.
Oh, by the gods.
You need a personal trainer. Excuse me.
I must find.
I see what you mean by different. I'm so much better.
I think it's hilarious. It looks like he scalped the corpse.
Yes, you are drastically different.
I'm most humble and understanding of the kami, yes.
Jaden, watch for the tail.
Yes.
So I've deposed the king and helped kill a pope where I'm from. Do you think that counts as sufficient credential?
Right. If I can grab the three of you, please.
Yes.
I will find my path to the golden chalice.
Devour the poor.
Slow.
Arzix?
It is emotionally right.
Oh, Echo, we're gonna have an issue. We're gonna have Evie's gonna have an issue with that.
Okay, whatever. What? It's my own Pokemon.
It just said the rich devour the poor as it should.
Hey, wait a minute.
If you keep saying that the rich are poor, I'm not feeding you.
You know, I'm starting to realize the boon of being a demigod more and more.
So is this one of your regional Pokemon, or what is this guess?
This is a nightmare, that is what this is.
And with that, yeah, I think I'm going home immediately.
No, I don't blame you.
Where are we going to speak and hopefully it is not here, Jaden?
This is giving me the kind of deja vu I wish I was not experiencing.
So, how recent is this development?
About an hour ago, less than that.
Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna stop Evie at all. I'll give Evie a heads up. But whatever happens, happens.
Take care of those properly make sure that they're okay. But still allow them to
Reminds me of my Jarl.
and prosper.
Well, old.
Me and
my dad.
The one that I killed.
Very well. You can ask them, they talk.
And if you meet a DB back home, they rank even above me. And you. As they are the Housemaster's royal aid. Listen to them.
Ah, we are visiting another's home. It is only proper.
Exactly.
Do not insult the house.
I got
No
the gifts.
Exactly. Now then, please behave while your royal aid has to go assist another.
I'll have them back to you in 5 minutes.
Servant Echo has so many things we must get up to.
So what kind of feather were you holding?
Goodness.
Okay.
Fata dig.
Right. We can talk to you.
I've dealt with howdy times so far.
Short version.
Yeah, so have I. I killed them.
Short version, I was going to the kitchen to assist Michael with getting the food because I wanted to escape the situation. Patsy was accompanying me, as was Michael. Then Mayday decided that she was going to tag along, but we let out an exacerbated yell of frustration, and then proclaimed to Patsy that that guy has, directed at me, that guy has a fucking chip on his shoulder. So in no terms, told her that she's an idiot. She needs to learn when to speak and not when to speak. And she has since left the guild grounds and disconnected from comms. I will point out, this is not the first time I have had to deal with her bullshit. She has been creepy to me. She's been creepy to Mocha. She has insulted you with me literally standing next to you. There have been multiple instances of her making creepy comments inside the comms. She went on fucking Metagram and was advocating for people to throw bricks at cops. I had to spend my entire day calming Keith right the fuck down so he didn't freak out and kill somebody. I'm just so done. People insulting me. I've had enough. I literally had this conversation with Ice earlier today. He said, tell people to back off and shut up. And not get involved in their problems if I don't want to.
And you did, yes?
But I
As a
know
member
exactly
of the
how
maids,
Mayday is gonna act,
for the
and
most
she's going to sulk and complain and whinge and bitch and carry on as she has on every other occasion where she's been told off.
As far as the maids go, I can suspend her for a while. Not that we really do much since we haven't had events recently. But
No,
as
the
far
one
as
event I
this
was working with her, she backed down halfway through before we actually, started to doing work because she was too overwhelmed.
I'll speak to her as well. She's somebody.
As far as comfortability goes, please do also bring this up to Oz, as I'm sure Kise and I will also bring this up after the meeting is over into the department head comms, as we should. Especially considering
is
your
more me
comfortability with them is an all-time.
sick
No,
of
that
being... No. Let me finish.
matters. Okay.
Let me finish. I am sick of people in their little circle talking down about me and insulting me. I literally had to snap at Artemis because she made me look as if I was a fucking idiot in her Mega Buildings comms. Which I have access to. So does Roland. Roland has a bunker there where he works on these more dangerous experiments so that people back at his house don't get hurt.
Are you aware of?
Yes, we are aware of that.
I was not.
I'm just done with people. Roland established his bunker there because he didn't want any of his experience accidentally causing harm to the kids. Or to Mocha. Which is perfectly reasonable, and I even encourage the matter. So he basically occupies an entire floor of that mega building.
Indeed.
Nothing illegal goes on there, trust me, I assure you.
I certainly hope not.
I kill people, Jaden.
I know, so do I.
And plus, it's besides the point right now. The main point is getting them to stop, and so we're going to need a list of names, specifics. It can't just be group. I need specific names.
Okay, the main two I have issues with at the moment, Mayday and Artemis. Artemis is aware that I'm pissed at them.
She is very aware.
Yes. Okay.
So I am keeping my interactions with her to the absolute bare fucking minimum. Guild business and guild business only.
Well, I know Kise and I can at least bring it up to the other department heads, since they're not just members of my department or Kise's.
Indeed.
But
And you've already discussed it with Eyes. So there's not really much I can do.
Because she has a habit of just running her mouth.
Okay, what prompted her to say that?
Absolutely nothing. I let out an exacerbated yell because I was frustrated with the situation out there and wanted to get away from it.
Of the slow blokes? What?
Yes,
just so...
of the slow
Okay.
blokes. I wanted to escape the situation. That's why I was going to the kitchen.
Well, yes,
Understandable.
Understandable.
She looked at Patsy and said, that guy's got a fucking chip on his shoulder.
Well, I was pelted by at least 3 different slow bloke tails.
Yes! Thought I was going to fly across the room.
Has nothing to do with a chip, if they were aware of people being pelted. But that's not for me to say.
Lives in her own little bubble. Because as far as she's concerned, in my honest opinion, the world only consists of her and what she wants.
No, I am aware.
Three personalities.
She has said things in the past to me that have upset me, but I made it very clear that I didn't want to speak with them. Because I think she insulted me and then went and insulted Kise.
I told her that. I looked at her in the eye and said, have you ever stopped to think that maybe this is why people don't want to talk to you?
Though, I will say,
Avoid her.
Mayday made an effort to apologize, but I was still in no mood to hear it.
It's to me as well.
Tried to apologize over being creepy to me before, because she came over to a party I was hosting, uninvited. I never invited her to that party. She followed Tao along. Got belligerently drunk. Hit on me for the entirety of that night. Then continued to make snide remarks in the comms about mine and Maury's relationship.
I do recall seeing that.
To Mocha. On several occasions. I have had Mocha tell me that Mayday makes her uncomfortable.
And Eyes is aware of all of this? The uncomfortable part as well?
All of it? No, I don't think so.
Please tell him.
But
yes.
anything he's seen in comms, he's likely aware of.
Tell him directly. Tell him directly.
Yes. As security, as head of security, or not head, as acting head, as second in command, tell Eyes.
If you don't say anything, we can't do anything.
Yeah. Yes. We can tell him that you said.
This is also me at least bringing it up to at least 2 department heads.
Yes.
Us 2 department heads will share it through our proper channels of the department head channels, but there's not much more that I can do, especially since he's my member.
I know.
Besides suspend her before we go into more action.
We also may not be able to remember the entire story as well as you do, only hearing it from me once.
Yes.
So it is best to have first-hand knowledge.
I would rather give you the chance to give a first-hand report to Eyes rather than me myself bringing it up. Because I'm going to be honest, my memory. There's a lot that goes on up here. Yes, it gets, and I leave out details.
There is one thing that I can do, though.
But I will back up what you said. Sorry, apologies.
As the head host of the RioCon, I hereby ban Mayday with you 3 as my witness. She is not to be there in anyone's wing, due to people's comfortabilities.
Yes, I expect the yokai and she would not get along with either.
I don't have issues with Tao. Me and Tao are good. After I found out what happened to her,
I'd hope so.
Hadel, I checked with Tao.
I would hope that you and Tao are good.
Yeah, no, me and Tao are good.
She will be coming over often. She is one of my partners. However, Mayday on the other
Even
hand,
if she did give me the shits, I'd still keep it civil.
I'll be honest, Fenrir doesn't like Mayday.
Okay.
He never forgave them for insulting Kise. At this point, I think he's more bound to you than he is to me.
That makes sense.
Well, technically, I have your soul, so technically.
I hate that you're right.
Either way, there's not much more that we can do now. We've already laid out what we can do. We'll do what we can, but you need to approach Eyes. We should, whichever one of us posted first, we should tell Eyes, please approach Jaden to get the full story.
Yes.
And I will.
I'll message him as soon as I get home.
I will tell Eyes that you. Well, I'll give you the chance to tell Eyes, but you can tell him that you told me, and I will back up the fact that you did bringing it up to me, but I wanted you to tell him first.
Yeah.
I'm already ready to just. I mean, she hasn't really been acting as a maid, and if she keeps insulting fellow guild members, that's not really.
Yes, that is not good for aftercare manner.
Is she part of the aftercare department too?
Yes.
Yes.
I had to deal with people treating me like an idiot.
She's not done anything.
People shouldn't be. Well, either way, it doesn't paint a good picture of aftercare.
You know, I do it, but I also consider you
people of your unit are insulting.
Exactly.
You've earned the right to insult me. She hasn't.
I mean, we also banter back and forth. So.
Well, that's the thing. You two are comfortable enough to have that banter. You
Yeah.
know each
No,
other
no.
well enough.
I was mostly confirming if I was okay, but also, I get it.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Well, I would never, even in a playful manner, insult the person who saved Kise when I could not.
That's
I'll make snide remarks in your general direction, but I'd never openly insult you unless you actually deserved it.
And I wouldn't expect any different.
Listen, if you do something stupid, I'll call you out for doing something stupid, like fishing with your tail.
Indeed.
Listen, that works.
Wait, you can do that?
Okay, come on. We're
Why do you
getting
think I
off
got my
topic.
member?
Yes, yes.
We're getting
Yes, we
off
should.
topic. We're
We should
getting off
make
topic.
sure. We should make sure you're slow, whatever.
Well, we do stay near. My hut is nearby a lake. I wonder how that will go.
Holly. Well, I know that it will come back because it is a boon, but do be careful with your tail.
I mean,
I have been processing it.
If you want it to be tugged on, all you have to do is ask.
I'm teaching them good behavior. I'm teaching them to reward them when they do good things.
Wasn't I your advisor?
Okay.
Servant and advisor.
Oh, I missed that.
Someone else to do it.
That is very sensitive in that manner.
Well, yes, and you're the one who wants a fish to bite it. If you want me to bite it.
You should go. Yeah.
I got
Well, I won't say no.
Oh, I know. I can see it on your face. You're adorable.
Bloody pillow.
Just remember to leave Sand pit the kite.
Eventual sprinters.
You know, they like the little.
They are incredibly fast, but Patsy, if I can grab you for 1 second.
Okay.
Wouldn't you say that you're more allowing them to?
Well, I have to go make sure the guard dog didn't
But just make sure that they're always. Never take.
terrorize anything they shouldn't have.
Instead, allow them to use it.
I suppose.
Support your people.
You are more than welcome to stay while I go check on them.
Become a kind yet.
Why would I do that? I have a tail to tug afterwards.
One that no one would.
Fair enough.
And one that people respect.
I'll go tell Jaden he's in charge.
Ah, yes.
They do say that kings that are liked
I
by
can
their
believe.
subjects get a lot more.
I can believe it. I'm gonna fall down. I'm alone.
I don't think I'll be able to be in the same room as her without, hearing her voice in stereo.
You're good. You're fine. I just wanted to make sure you were good for that. Alright, thank you.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm heading out. You're in charge.
No, I was about to go home.
Well then, we should go tell Echo.
Zante's in the office, I know that much. But yeah, you should probably tell Echo.
Yeah.
There's so much happening.
Very true, darling. Very true.
Zante alone tonight.
Yes, I will generously gift you the permission to nickname me. Coral.
Yes, because of the shimmering coil that makes up your crown.
I love you, but I hate you.
Coral.
I heard.
I like it.
Monarch here.
Kise and I are headed home and...
Sure. I'm not at the top yet.
Understood. But I'm also going to make sure that Slowbroke here becomes, Coral becomes a just and kind king. It always makes
to give back to his subjects.
Oh, wonderful.
And while you're doing that, I'm going to warn Evie.
Coro here already knows that we should not trespass upon the masters of the house. Isn't that right?
No, see,
Of course not.
the
Indeed.
issue is I have regaled Evie about my previous Jarl. Yes.
It's Evie's side, yes. Okay.
Good thing I'm not a Jarl then.
True.
Basically a king.
Do let them know, but also know that Slow Baroque here won't do anything to harm them, and in fact, in times of need, would rather help them. So we
No,
have to
see,
help those who have given to us.
I wasn't worried about them harming Evie.
It shall be fine. It is fine.
Take my things.
I'm trying to teach them the way to be a just king.
Well, that I understand.
I have no doubt you will succeed. However, I have trained Evie to be a ruthless fighter, given the places we have gone.
Yes, yes.
Fair enough.
Oh, a potential
Actually, you
bodyguard.
should learn.
Excellent.
He's already my bodyguard. You cannot have him.
And my services don't come cheap.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about this Evie warrior.
Neither does Evie. Though that is for Evie to decide, not me.
Well, cheapness isn't
Evie
really
is
a worry.
Evie is his own person, just as you are. If you two decide to work together, that's between you two.
Indeed.
Just know that you two would work together as equals, as Evie is with the master of the house.
Well, they are of the same rank, title, different region or otherwise. Proper respects are due. Alliances.
Good.
Indeed.
But that will be up to Evie to decide from here, correct?
Indeed. Evie, honestly, Evie does what Evie does. They know where we stay, they know where the hut is.
Yes, yes, we know this. Come along. I have a shadow tail to tug.
Go on, go on.
I'll make sure you're properly groomed every day, okay? This means it's gonna be a lot more work than it used to be. So I'm probably gonna need to get a good nice brush.
Absolutely insatiable.
And you love it.
Of course I do. Okay, home time.
Yes.
God damn
Oh. Always messes up my IK. Oh, come on, IK, fix. Oh.
Yeah, I noticed that when you're sitting on the shoulder and I try to sit down, it messes up the IK for standable.
Yeah. No, it's slightly off. Oh, wait, does it mess up yours?
Yeah, it won't. He won't shift into the sitting animation.
Oh, interesting. Huh.
Yeah, like this. He'll like be in like this position.
Wait, like when you try to put it into it when I'm on your shoulder? Or?
Like when I sit down, it'll automatically shift into the sitting position.
But it won't do that when I'm on your shoulder?
When you're sitting on the seat, it won't shift into the animation.
Wait.
It'll take on the like.
I want to see this. I want to see this.
Like, I'll have to stand up again.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So if you're in the seat, so when I sit down, oh no! Well, it will now. Every time I was in there and I tried to sit down, he would stay in like. Hold on, let me.
Interesting.
He would stay in this position, and he wouldn't sit down.
Weird.
Oh yeah. See, there we go.
Huh. Wait. Just stand straight and then just go into it like. Okay, straight up, and
then sit.
Huh. Interesting. It shouldn't. I'd have to see what that does. I'd have to see how it interacts.
I have no idea how stand-up works.
Oh yeah, neither do I. That's It shouldn't. It's only then. Hold on, let me get off.
And then I'll stand back up.
And
then sit back down.
Oh, it's still doing it.
Yeah, it'll break it.
But it did it again though. So it's not entirely broken.
Move around.
Oh, you need it makes you reset it? Oh yeah, there.
Yeah, I have to physically move around.
Maybe it's just recalibrating at certain points. Maybe it's a correlation, not causation thing.
That's entirely. Yeah, that's entirely possible. It could be different factors playing in. I just noticed that while I was sitting in session. While I tried to sit in session, I was like, oh. Because I went to go sit down and the animation didn't happen. I go, okay, nope, that looks goofy.
Yeah, I noticed when I was trying to get back on, and the seat was slightly off because of. Oh, I think it still is. Oh yeah, it very much is. I mean, I need to see if I can do a thing where maybe I can get it to always be pointing straight up, no matter what position your body is in. So it'll always be just because as long as it's
Oh, is it because it's on what is it? The chest.
Chest, I believe. Yeah.
And the chest is pointed at an awkward angle.
Yeah, it'll get stuck in that angle. So when I sit down, I'll be backwards or forwards, and I can't change that once I sit down.
Oh yeah, I see.
And once you stand up, I'll probably be at an awkward angle again. Yeah, I'm a little bit forward.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, so I think as long as I can change it where I can make it point straight up and down, no matter what, and it'll just move based on, or it'll stay based on where you're moving, then it should be okay.
The weird thing is all Standable does is just simulate I have full body trackers on. Like a Steam VR reads that I have a full set. I have elbow trackers, hips, knees, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
So it should be translating into VRChat that I have full body on. So that might just be a full body thing.
So I can go to the UPS store whenever, so feel free to send me stuff. Because I've just mostly not been, because I've been dealing with the whole not being able to actually get out of bed until later.
Oh no, that's fine. I just figured whenever you were ready, you would let me know. But if you just want me to send it to you, I can.
Yeah, because I feel if I go to the UPS store, I can just have them box it for me and ship it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll send it. I'll probably do that when I get out of VR.
Okay. Yeah, thank you all for being here. I should have
I don't forget.
Yeah. I should have Lying Fork tomorrow. I'm pretty sure, unless something happens or my body is fuck you. Oh, right, I can turn this off now. So yeah, that'll hopefully be then. I'm just gonna jump off for now. So go send your favorite streamer some love. Hope y'all have enjoyed. Until next time, you all stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Good night. What?
Asexual, polyhedral, disexual.